I wish that was the last of the losses recently, but within a week span, we didn't just lose Eddie Sato, but we lost one of the most influential YouTubers ever, especially in our space, and that being Adam the Woo. This is from People Magazine. YouTuber Adam the Woo passes away at 51. Quote, "The world has lost a giant." It is incredible just how influential this one single person was to everybody covering Disney or many other genres, as we'll get into in just a moment here on YouTube. I don't really want to go over how he passed. I want to go over how he lived, because he lived a profoundly amazing life. And I can tell you right now, he certainly influenced me. He was one of the first content creators to actually vlog uh, content at Disney, along with Justin Scard and so forth. He was the first one to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and quit my job, quit my band, and do this full time, this YouTube thing," and really sparked the inspiration for so many content creators out there, whether they were Disney fans or not. Adam the Woo was kind of the first round of urban explorers, right? That would go into like deserted malls, deserted parts of theme parks as well. Unfortunately, he got in a little trouble with that, which we'll get into in just a moment. But he was also a guy who would document Disney, document all kinds of different interesting things, around the United States and so forth, and was just really an interesting guy to watch, and for those who watched him, kind of to be with, because you really felt like you were joining him on his adventures. You really felt that you were that you knew him through what he would produce on camera, and it's just such a sad thing to see. I did grab a lot of images from the internet right here. Some of these don't have credits. I do apologize. I wasn't able to get that before the show, but just know that some of these images come from all over the world, and from Twitter, and from people who took those photos and posted them. Do appreciate that. Guys, did any of you watch Adam Lewis content? What do you think about his influence on this, his legacy? Please, your guys' thoughts.
He was the first YouTuber Raf and I came across when we turned off cable and to switch to YouTube. And he was the first one we subscribed to and followed. And this was back in was it 2010 or 11? It was in his earlier days.
It could have been earlier than that, honestly, when he started.
Uh,
But when you discovered him, yeah, probably.
Yeah, when we found him at the point that we were done with cable, and that's how long we have been following him. And then through him, we found all these other guys like Justin Scard and uh, Super Enthused. I mean, just the whole Orlando vlogging ecosystem, um, and it was more than just theme parks. It was.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, this one's tough. This one's tough because
when you lose a YouTuber, I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of the rest of the panel, but there's something about this. We death is part of life. Surrounded by it all the time, from close loved ones, old tragedies, and of course, everyone knows celebrity death. We see a lot of iconic people who go up and have fun. I don't know if it's just us all here, YouTubers, but there's something about whenever that new big YouTuber, it's extra hard to do for whatever reason, because I see not just someone who's there to try entertainment.
Oh, sorry, Nolan, you're gonna have to speak up just a little bit. We're losing you.
Oh no, you're absolutely fine. Hopefully this sounds a little better, but you lose not just a talented creator who's going to help people in their hard times. You lose people who were a person. This man was an extremely brave person. I don't say that lightly. I've found some of the people Good to Be a Raider in the chat. They're saying about how he's been to the Pontiac Silverdome, the Oakland Coliseum. Those were some scary places to check out after the fact. And this man had the bravery, to leave his job, go to all these incredible places at a time where, there's a lot of uncertainty going, full time with YouTube, and having the bravery to do stuff that was going to literally impact thousands upon thousands. I was on his channel very recently, and his channel was at, I think, over 700,000 subscribers. And that's just the people who subscribed. The amount of hearts this man touched is massive. And it is an absolute shame to lose someone who brought so much joy to so many. And we lost one of us very recently, and that saddens me. It sucks to see him go.
He was such a pioneer. I can't tell you how influential he was. And like Noah said, I mean, the outpouring of support from all across the internet has just been wild to see. Just how many people were watching, how many people say that they were inspired to pick up a camera and go and do these things. Some people, and it crosses ideological spectrum. It doesn't matter who you are, who you voted for, whatever. Adam the Woo was highly respected and beloved by everybody across the board, and that's really something. I think there's something to be said there, and I think people might be starting to wake up because of that culture.
Yeah, he was pretty brave, and he did a lot of things that were probably you could mark as irresponsible and stuff like that, including the behind the scenes things he did with Horizon and all of that. So despite all of the positive stuff, I just want to say that he took a lot of risks that other people wouldn't take to get where he was, and he did very well with that. The more expansive travel that he did, including a recent trip, I believe, to Europe he just got back from, really kind of illustrated his talent, which was talking about the environments around him that he was exploring with his audience. He understand the value of the interaction, that even if it wasn't direct, even if it wasn't a live interaction or whatever, he understand that this was a way to bring people to an environment that maybe they never would experience. And, Tim Tracker got lost for words, and I can't imagine, with their relationship, why, he's even able to speak on this yet. But there are a lot of creators out there that had contact with this man, and losing him at the age of 51, just reinforces to me that we don't have a lot of time here, and we need to take advantage of every minute. So congratulations for him on his success while he was with us, and I hope he succeeds wherever he is now.
I think he will. I think he was meant for success right there. But you're talking about a guy who just said, hey, you know what? We're just going to make this YouTube thing happen. At a time when you couldn't monetize these things, at a time when you didn't have ad revenues, he was able to go out there and do the thing, do a daily vlog, basically in the back of his van, going around the country and just, cataloging all these things and just took a risk on himself, like Culture pointed out there. Sometimes he got a little like, for example, he was banned from Universal Studios Florida or Universal Studios Orlando Resort and Walt Disney World. He was able to get back into Walt Disney World, but never could get back into Universal. And he spoke about how tragic that was because, man, he just won right ET one last time. Go ahead, Erika.
He in those instances he really took it with grace, and admitted his wrongdoings and shifted and pivoted immediately.
Yes.
And got his return rights with Disney because he was banned from Disney for a while. Universal on the other side, unfortunately, and he never got to see Epic Universe. That's really tragic because his content had changed so much over the years, and the one thing that he did wrong that had happened so long ago, Universal just happened to see it and banned him for it. And that's one unfortunate thing about the theme parks. It doesn't matter how long ago you committed that offense. If they find out about it, they will come for you. There's that possibility that you could get a ban on you too. And it was really sad. I was really hoping, because everyone was cheering him on to do an appeal with Universal, so he could go to Epic and vlog, and he just guess God had other plans, and
It
but
would be kind of cool for Universal if they were to put out like a tweet or something. Alfred Hitchcock would be proud, in his way right there, just kind of burying that.
it would be nice. I know his story has hit the news, and even in ways I didn't. I think I even underestimated how popular he was, because he's been on the local Fox News. You got people
TMZ.
writing about him. TMZ. It's just wow. And then I
Shows the
saw
impact of
Justin.
YouTubers now.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, no, it does. It really, and I'm wondering if Universal is seeing that and kind of like, oh, kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, being a little, just being too harsh. There is
Yeah,
such a thing as
yeah.
too harsh. The guy admitted he was wrong. And
And he said he
it's
was
just,
willing to wait 10 years if
yeah,
that was the case. He was
he,
he was at the 8-year mark.
he was, like I said, he embraced, hey, if I did something wrong, I did something wrong, and embraced the punishment. He never talked bad about them, never got harsh or offended. And that was also what was unique about his content. It was never political. Everyone
No.
could watch his stuff. Everyone. And it was just showcasing even the back roads of America. I mean, like I said, his vlogging went beyond just, the theme parks. He would go to all these off the road. That was Raf's favorite vlogs. He loved the roadside attractions. And through the years, Raf's like, maybe we should get an RV. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do what Adam is doing.
Adam
And
the Lewis style.
I'm like, yeah, and who's going to pay the bills? And this takes forever to kick off. And there was got back and forth for years with Raf, because even Raf, at one point was like, let's just pick up a camera, let's just go. And I'm the one going, no, I don't know about that.
That was the crazy thing about Adam. He was driven and he was a man on a mission. I
Right.
think Justin Scarred recently made a video on that. Said, "Hey, you
Yeah,
gotta settle down or whatever."
that was
He's
a
like, "Man,
hard watch.
that
Was a
was
hard watch. I bawled
unbelievably
when I
hard."
saw that. Like, that was it. It was game over for me. It was like you're not even not trying to cry. The tears are just coming down your eyes, down your cheeks uncontrollably.
Yeah, yeah. Justin, they go way back, and
Yeah, I know.
to see the raw emotions of that was particularly tough, and that's the thing about that, Erica, is that Raph would have loved his upcoming project. Apparently, he was going to go all over the United States for the 250th anniversary of the country.
It's so funny because Raph was sitting there watching we were watching his Disneyland Paris and his European vlogs. A part of me wanted to reach out and figure out how to get in touch with them and say, hey, we're in Germany. We'd love to host you if you want to do any videos around here in our area. And I didn't. I got scared. And it sucks.
Yeah, you just felt like you knew him. You felt like you knew him, and
Yeah, we could have waited to meet him. Like the guys from home where we're from like Tampa and Orlando. And it's like, well, that's not going to happen. So it just sucks.
yeah, it really does. I got a chance to meet him just one time, and incredible gracious guy. I know a lot of people talk about their first encounter with him, and so some people, he was sincere. Sometimes he was a little awkward and shy, but just the best dude ever. Man, it was really sad to see him gone. Apparently, I think Justin and Adam were getting ready to go through Route 66 for the 100th anniversary of that. That would have been pretty cool to see. It was a tough one. It was a tough one. I couldn't believe the news. It shook up the entire YouTube sphere, no matter where you were at. He was one of the originals, but he was always original in his content, in his mannerisms, in who he was, and he will be incredibly missed. Adam,
Yeah.
thanks for all the memories, buddy.